Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. I'm the City Administrator here in St. Peter, and we appreciate you clicking on us, whether you're on Facebook or our YouTube channel or off our website. Thanks for watching this video blog. Today is November 3rd. It's a Friday. It's about 5:10, something like that, in the afternoon, evening. So first, though, a special shout out to Steve and Jay and Tim and Bob, who've all told me that they are regular watchers of my video blog. So thanks to those folks. God, we appreciate it. That's 4, so we're happy about that. So thanks for clicking on us and watching us on a regular basis. This last Monday, the council had a goal setting session. So I want to talk about what a goal session is just a little bit, and then talk about a few of the topics that they discussed. A goal setting session is a long meeting for sure. Normally they're together for 6-7 hours, give or take a little bit, sometimes a little bit longer. And it really serves a couple of different purposes, one of which is to think about things at the 50,000 foot plus level. That's hard to do in a regular city council meeting because they're so focused on making decisions and really sorting things out. This is a great opportunity to think strategically and talk in the big picture and think in the big picture about what's going on within the community and for the city. One of the other things that it gets used for is different than city council meetings and a little bit different than workshops, is that it allows them to really drill down really far on specific topics and know a lot about something very specifically. Sometimes time at workshops and council meetings doesn't really allow for that. So again, goal setting sessions kind of do this, that big picture kind of thing, that 50,000 foot thing, and then also that very into the micro of something as well. And so that's what they use them for. Now, some of the topics and you can see the packet online, and so sometimes the topics are addressed very overtly within that packet. There's a memo and there's specific information. Sometimes it's one of those things where there's a statement about, what is quality of life, and then they talk about that a little bit, and then we work through a process to help translate that into how is quality of life impacted by snow plowing or street cleaning or police services or the library or recreation programs. Or you kind of get the idea. That's really what they try and do. So for this goal session and for this video blog, let me hit on a few things. First of all, they identified some challenges that they're really working on and are really cognizant of. One of those is facilities that they're looking to see built that the community has talked about. And so that's the pavilion and the fire hall, and there are other projects as well, but how do you finance those? How do you put those together? Are you cutting? What services are you stopping? Are you issuing debt? Are you building it? Is it this big? Is it this big? Is it $1 billion, or is it a half of a cent? What really is it, and how do you get those things together? So that's one of the challenges that they're continuing to work through, and that really does relate to them having to establish what needs are, thinking about what the needs are and be able to identify that very clearly, and thinking about how are they addressing those needs and at what level are they addressing those needs. And so that's really important and kind of heady stuff that they talk about and think about, and works really well to think about and talk about in a goal setting session. They also talked a little bit about the fits and starts of one of their challenges lately has been Dunkin' Donuts, and they really identify that's been hard. And there's been a lot of competing kind of interests and discussion about TIF and discussions about land use and what kind of businesses should or shouldn't be in town. And do city councils really get to control that kind of stuff, which in most instances they really don't. And then they also want to see that the trail that's under development around Hallett's Pond move quicker. So that's one of the things that they really want to put some energy and effort on, and see staff really make some headway on that in the very near future. Some of the positives, we just talked about some challenges, but some of the positives is that they really see the continuance of great cooperative efforts with the school district and related to Traverse Green and the township and the county and Gardner Road and County Road 5 and the roundabout and the work on Solis with the county and lots of other entities. So they really see that as being one of those really great positives that they appreciate. They also talked about quality of life and how that relates to their items of vital importance. And so I have this little card they asked to have these made. This is, I want to make sure this is centered on the screen pretty well. These are those items of vital importance, and I know I've shown this to you before, but these are things that they use as kind of that lens at that 50,000 foot kind of thing, and they really see a close tie to these impacting the quality of life within our community. So this is some of the stuff that they continue to talk about. They also talked about sidewalks, and do people want sidewalks? Don't they want sidewalks? How are we paying for it? Who's paying for it? Is it the general tax base, or if it goes by your house, is it just you? those again are really tough issues and heady things that it takes time to kind of evaluate and work on. And so again, for goal sessions, that's one of the things that they can do within a goal session. They have a little bit extended period of time for that kind of discussion. They also talked about vehicles in the park, specifically Minnesota Square Park, and events, and having what needs to probably start to be a little bit more formal process for how people can schedule the whole use of the whole park, and how does that work, and how can we help people think about that in a checklist kind of format. Do you need porta potties? Check. Do you need extra security? Check. Do you need extra garbage containers? Check. Those kind of things are really important, especially for groups that are organizing events there, and making sure that they can treat the park appropriately and have a successful event, and what's our role in helping them with that. So I've been on this for about 5 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up relatively quickly, but I do want to mention a couple of different things. First of which is that the Council and the Hospital Commission have some special meetings this next week, next Thursday, related to the hospital project expansion. And so this is a really critical point, and they're going to be reviewing the plans, what the building looks like, how things are laid up. They're going to be reviewing the budget, which has been set at about $33 million, $33.8 million. They're going to be talking a little bit about the financing for sure. They're also going to be talking about the construction costs that they're seeing, and a number that is a not to exceed number related to those construction costs and soft costs. And so they're going to be talking really heavily about that and making some decisions about moving forward. Now, this doesn't get it built yet. They would still solicit bids, which is part of the discussion on Thursday, allowing solicitation of bids. And really, until they accept bids and they get financing, they're not going. But all these things kind of have to work together and funnel along. So anyway, those meetings are next week on Thursday. If you want more information, let me know. I also have to make some plugs, first of all, for the hospital overall. They started kind of their cash clinic with urgent care services. And so you can see those. That's been super helpful to lots of people. I've had a number of people comment to me about that, how cool that is that we're doing that now, and that how they've already, unfortunately, had to use it for strep or something like that. So it's wonderful that we have that opportunity here in St. Peter. I have to mention Solar Choice again. Subscribing for solar energy within the community. It's already available for residential folks. You can just come in and sign up. And we're working on it for businesses and other larger users. Give us a ring and we're happy to talk to you about where we're at within that process and how we might be able to help your business buy a piece of the sun, that's solar energy. If you want more information, here's a website that you can go to that has that information on it on our website. I also have to mention Traverse Green Subdivisions. There's some new houses, some additional houses going up there again. So if you are a family and a working family and looking to have a house of your own, this might be a great opportunity for you. So we'd really encourage you to give us a call. Stop by and visit Russ in our office, and he can help kind of get you moving in the right direction towards that. You can drive out there and see what it looks like right off Traverse Road on the west edge of town. So that's a lot. So let me get to my last fancy high-tech graphic. Here it is. You can email me at, or there's our website, or we'd love it if you would like us on Facebook or give us a call. Be happy to come out and visit with your group as well. This weekend I'm visiting with the folks from First Lutheran. They have me come. I've been at a couple of churches kind of doing kind of a state of the city, live and in person at the church. So we talk about all kinds of issues that are going on within the community. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I really want to thank you for clicking on State of the City. Hope you have a warm rest of the week. And God, we hope to see you again next time.